Okay, Todd, we worked on a variety of different things. I'm going to start here with the little pitch shot we worked on. And the first thing that we worked on with your full swing, too, was getting your wrists a little bit more supple and set. We started by strengthening your left hand so it would make it easier for us to be able to hinge. And here you are doing a little chip shot, and you're doing a really good job of back hinging and then extending through the shot. And these were getting nice and solid. Then I asked you to over-exaggerate the feeling of your forward shaft lean. So you hinged it here, you held that angle and tried to feel like you got your forward shaft leaning through the strike, and that was awesome. That was a really good angle of approach into the ball. You're going to always hit ball first and keep the low point. You see how the club is low to the ground all the way to, right there. So that's the bottom of your swing arc was, 3 or 4 inches in front of the strike, which is what a tour player does. So that's the feeling we want to try to get into our full swing as well. And the only thing I would add to it, we're doing it all with just kind of hands and arm swing right here. Once you start to get this chest turning through along with it, it's going to encourage your arms to stay in orbit instead of you can see how it's pulling you down the line a little bit. That's all. But I really like what you're doing right there. That's going to certainly help your chipping and pitching out greatly. Now some of the other drill that I gave you in the bunker is what we call the Great Wall of China drill. It was introduced to us down in Australia by a gentleman that worked with some of the best players in the world, and he actually had me doing that line drill where you just build a nice little pile of Great Wall with the sand, and then you go to work trying to bottom the club out on the line, and it gives you some great feedback if you're releasing it too early, if you're holding off to it and standing up and out of it. So the goal is to hinge it back, hold the hinge, and then rotate your chest through, and the centrifugal force will extend your arms and release the club. And if you do that correctly, you're going to start to see that the club bottoms out perfectly on the line, and it's a wonderful way for you to practice not only your bunker game, but also your full swing as well. It gives you good feedback on the bottom of your arc and how you do that with your rotation, with your core movement. All right, let's get into your full swing here. When we came in the door, that was our backswing. We worked on a variety of different things, and a couple of them was really kind of kicking in the sensation of hinging and then turning the right shoulder back and up and towards the spine. And as a result of that, that became your backswing. And you can see an appreciably different looking motion right here. Now that you've gotten behind it, you got your back to the target, you've engaged all of these muscles that, by the way, might be barking at you a little bit tomorrow because they're stretched rubber bands that haven't been stretched very much before. There wasn't a lot of stretching going on here. And so as a result, you've got two of your power sources really engaged right now. And then we worked on down and through the shot, feeling like you rotated your core, your chest through the target, which allowed you to be able to swing and release through using centrifugal force. The other thing I had you do, you notice the paintings that are behind here. They are a good example of the key positions, the 6 key positions, which I will add Cindy doing the 6 key positions for you on this tape. And the other thing I asked you to do is work on the 3 club drill, which you worked on your think box to play box. You worked on your thought process, see it, feel it, do it, grow it. You worked on the sensation of being able to replace it after you missed a shot. And so with every shot you went from wedge to 6-iron to driver, and then you changed your targets every single time. So it's closer to how we perform on the golf course, and it's a great way to warm up. It's a great way to practice, and it'll get you more competitively ready or ready for the golf course. Let's see, anything I missed out on there?
No, I think that's it.
That's it. Oh, we did have you doing a no backswing drill.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love that.
Yeah.
That really helped you get the sensation. I don't know if I filmed you doing that or not.
That looks easy, but it's hard.
Right, exactly. Let's see if I can find one of those.
I think did we do that, or?
We may not have done that, but I'll send you an example.
Outside,
yeah.
I think, yeah.
And here's an example of one of your initial swings where you were kind of shoving the club and your hands away from you and out, okay? And I really encourage you to work that handle on the concentric circle where it's going to actually work more in and towards your right thigh, almost like it's going to brush it like that. Let me see if we got a better example of that here. Yeah, there we go. And you'll notice the difference here in the move away and how the club tracks right up your shaft plane line now, where before it was really making outside and away from you motion. Now it's nice and tight to you. It felt like you're much more in than what you are, but you're right on your shaft plane line and right into a really good backswing position that gives you a much better angle of approach coming into the strike and through, where you're on the out, a little bit laid off, and then casting and releasing. You can see how your shaft plane line is very upright in comparison to how it came down a little closer to zeroing out and working through the shot. So good work. I'm leaving you with a lot of work, a lot of things to work on. I recommended The Talent Code by Daniel Coyle as a good book to read. I also recommended that you take a look at Ben Hogan's Super Slow Motion. Do that in YouTube, and it's the most fascinating thing you'll ever see. You wonder why he got so darn good. And so break it down. Do it in slow-mo. That's the best way to rehearse these things. And it's going to help you myelinate your new formed habits. Until next time, happy golfing.